Ford Field in Detroit. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Mitchell Trubisky taking the field to lead Chicago. Trubisky, the Ohio native, went to North Carolina, then drafted by these Bears as the number 2 pick in 2017.
We've seen a lot of ups and downs in the young career of Mitchell Trubisky. 3 years with the Chicago Bears, and he's a young quarterback still learning on the job. But what numbers do you trust with him? 8-7, 15 starts last year, but he was 11-3 the year before. The Bears offense, though, in 2019, just 25th in passing and 29th overall. They're looking for Mitchell Trubisky to elevate his game and bring the Bears along with him.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they look up Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Chicago.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their...
Under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and of course, get to the quarterback.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Danny Amendola. Shifts by him. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions making their way out, led by their 32-year-old quarterback. Hard to believe he's in season number 12 now in a Detroit uniform. Quarterback Matthew Stafford.
When I think of Matthew Stafford in Detroit, I think of numbers, and I mean passing numbers. 40,000 yards passed in his career last year before a back injury landed him on the IR after just 8 games. And to show his value to the team, the Lions won all 8 games started by either Jeff Driscoll or David Blau. They need a healthy Matthew Stafford in order to compete in the NFC North.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Stafford here. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
2nd and 10.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stafford going to get this one to Johnson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
1 yard gain.
Second and 9.
Second and 9 at the Bears' 32-yard line.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And down to the 19-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And now the first NFL carry for the former Georgia star, DeAndre Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got my cover. Oh, he just snuck out there and he just got a nice first down.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Trubisky to throw again. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, it's Patterson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The ball carried by.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Got a man open, it's Wims. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. It's a first down on a gain of 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The connection made. It's Graham. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Complete.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Chicago.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career, and he didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
On 2nd and goal, Trubisky. On the move to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Stafford. Flushed out right. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back play of over 20 yards.
1st and 10.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Johnson, the ball carrier.
There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he'll get about 3 just outside of the 10, snapped at the 11.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Akeem Hicks. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They snap it to Stafford. is his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end.
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Got a man, it's Amendola. And they'll wind up getting this. From the red zone now, Stafford. Open man, he's got him to tight end Hockenson. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Again, it's Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Circle around twice for the if you know, you know.
This on 1st and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 1st down, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14. And the Bears first.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Lions take over first.
Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
At the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford rolling to his right. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
The 20-yard line.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now the defense has done its job. It's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A gain of 2.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A gain of
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Jerron Harmon on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
They go play action. Trubisky, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Davy Shelton muscles his way in for the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Graham's got it. Complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Jimmy Graham.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Ball carrier.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Tackle made back at the 20.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that will be incomplete.
On the keeper.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
1st and 10.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
1st down, Bears.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Pass complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Complete to Anthony Miller. Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Chicago.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
A gain of 6 yards.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Still had 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
Back now at Ford Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Swift. Swift is here, and he keeps it over. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
So that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. Look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And Jackson picks it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. First throw caught about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. On the ground with a tight end, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Complete to number 8.
From 6 yards away. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting the lead, so you're not playing that way. You can't go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
1st and 10.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Steps away to his left. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the 2.
1st and 10.
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly, 9 touchdown catches included in that number. When Marvin Jones goes downfield for a pass, oftentimes he finds his way into the end zone.
2nd and 11 at the 34.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen.
Intercepted by the Bears.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football, we're not seeing it right now. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now this one complete on the slam route. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
14.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. That's complete to Robinson. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Lions 34 yards.
On second down, it's Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Again, it's Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. That close to taking a fourth quarter lead, but the goalposts, they had other plans.
I thought it was on target. It looked good off his foot, but then doink off the metal and out. And those are the kind of breaks that can definitely swing the ball game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And now it's second down.
Coverage
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. First down, and they go with Swift again. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Stafford going to give it to Swift. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it's in the 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
17.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Lions, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.